17 minutes past 8 now. We'll learn more next week about the second phase of the HS2 railway project and the route it'll take from Birmingham to Leeds and Manchester. But the bill, which sets out the powers needed to build and operate the first phase, is still going through Parliament. And people living along the proposed route between London and the West Midlands have filed some 2,000 official complaints with the Parliamentary Committee. Our reporter Zoe Conway has been to meet two groups who have submitted complaints as part of what is known as the petitioning process in Wendover, in the Chilterns, and Camden in North London.
The Wendover Choral Society is warming up. They're rehearsing in St Mary's Church, which has stood here for 7 centuries.
Keep the cheekbones up, well done.
HS2 will arrive in Wendover on a viaduct. It'll then run 260 metres from the church building. What are your names?
Sally Nicholson,
Roseanne Adams,
Olive Watts.
And what do you make of HS2 coming to town?
It's very worrying for all the people in Wendover, I think, and particularly for the community associated with this church, because it is the centre of a lot of community activities.
It's coming too close to the church, much too close. So I hope it won't happen, at least not in the way they've been proposing.
And if it does?
Well, we'll have lost something very special, something very important to the people here.
Very. I mean, for instance, tomorrow there's going to be quite a big funeral, and the thought of a train bashing backwards and forwards every 2 minutes thing is just going to be horrendous.
It's not just our music, is it? It's everything else as well.
The choir is one of 2,000 organisations and individuals to have petitioned a special parliamentary committee. It's expected to take more than a year to listen to every single petitioner. It can amend the HS2 bill in order to mitigate the effects on local communities. Wendover is petitioning to have the track put underground.
The High-Speed 2 network will transform rail travel in Great Britain.
HS2 has allocated £30 million for communities affected by the line, and as a result of the petitions, they've made changes to parts of the route.
With up to 36 high-speed trains running on the network every hour.
But they haven't done a deal yet with Camden in London.
There's over 100 people who live in there, and they will be looking over a hole that is as deep as their block of flats is tall.
Sarah Haywood is the leader of the council. She's worried that residents living on this surprisingly quiet estate close to Euston have been forgotten.
For people who are at home in the day, whether that's because they're caring for children or older people or because they work shift work, they will have to put up with vibrations and dust and noise. I think it will be intolerable, actually. Should HS2 suffer any delays, as big construction projects are, then they've reserved the right to work through the night and at weekends as well. This could become insufferable 24/7 for people who will not get a penny of compensation.
It's just grass and green peas.
Lorena Aranda is making dinner for her family. She's lived on the estate all her life. You've been to these public meetings. How do you think the community's feeling about all of this?
I mean, everyone's very angry. The feeling of everyone is, the government will do what they want to do. It gives them money to them. So, they don't care about the working class people, It's all about making money. And that's how, most people in the community see it, Most people in this community are working class and obviously can't afford to just move and pick up their stuff and go. Because at the end of the day, it's, a 15-minute difference in transport.
What's striking is how long some of these communities will have to live with noise, dirt and disruption. In Wendover, they're talking about 5 years. In Camden, at least 10, possibly 20.
I was a little bit saggy on the way down, to be honest. Can we do that again?
And that was the Wendover Choral Society ending that report from Zoe Conway.